Yo, what up, what up? It's your boy Chad back with another video. Back on Angel Time. Let me first ask if you guys get the like button on the way into the video. Doesn't cost you a thing, but it means everything to me. And if you guys are liking the content, subscribe to the Alright, so let's get it. If you guys looking at the title of the video, I named it How to Gently Turn Down Women on Semen Retention. How to gently turn down women on semen retention. And as you guys know, when you're on semen retention, you're going to start to look better. Your face is going to look more nourished, like you're going to look more healthier. Your skin is going to look better. Your body is going to look better. You're going to be using that energy to hit the gym and put on some weights and all that type of stuff, man. You are going to look better when you're on semen retention. And as you guys know, when you start to look better, here they come. Like, here comes your ex-girlfriend, or here comes the women I used to play you in the past, or even the new women. Like, you just going to attract so many women when you're on semen retention. And as you guys know, as a man of God, you cannot be dealing with a certain type of woman. So that is the reason why I'm making this video, how to gently turn down women on semen retention. And I'm going to do a bonus for you guys too. I'm going to throw in scenarios that would happen after you turn a woman down, because as you guys know, there are positive scenarios and there are also negative scenarios. Like, we do not want to end up like Joseph in the Bible at the end of the day. Matter of fact, I'm talking too much, so let's just get right into the video. So without further ado, let's get it. Let's go. And first is do not lead her on. And as a man, we're under a certain type of code of conduct. Like, as you guys know, a woman cannot be feeling a man, but yet she'll still have that man around stringing him along. Like, she'll have the foodie guy, she'll have the transportation guy, she'll have the emotional support guy. Like, she'll have the guy she's just using for his time, money, and resources, but yet have no intentions of giving him any type of motion. And as a man, we don't have this same type of luxury. Like, if we were to do this with a woman, we'll get called pretty much every name in the book. And again, I know it's not fair and I don't write the rules, but it's a double standard that doesn't work in our advantage. So, but to the point I'm trying to make, man, do not lead a woman on. Like, you always want to be straight and direct with a woman. Like, tell her, I have other things going on in my life. I have other things that I'm focused on. I'm trying to get my money up. I'm trying to get my body right. I'm trying to get my mind right. And I'm just not focused on this right now. So that is definitely how you can lead a girl down gently. Like, just be honest with her, be straight up with her, and do not lead her on. And next is to start with a compliment. And as you guys know, like, a lot of these women nowadays have a lot of insecurities to themselves. And when you go to reject that woman, like, she's gonna automatically think like she's not pretty enough, or her body is not good enough, or in general, like, she is not good enough. But when you start with a compliment, like when you start to tell a woman that like, you're a very beautiful woman and you're an amazing woman and I like you, like, you're my type and all that type of stuff, but I am just focused on this. Like, that eases the situation from her, and her mind is not going to go to that place of insecurity. Like, women are delicate flowers at the end of the day. Like, don't believe any of this stuff that you see. Women cannot handle rejection whatsoever. So again, man, that is what you want to do, man. Start with a compliment at first. Compliment actually eases the situation, and a woman's feelings won't be hurt as much if you didn't give a compliment before you rejected her. So you definitely want to start with a compliment if you want to let a woman down gently. And next is the ghost. And people think that ghosting is bad. Ghosting is really not that bad. Like, sometimes when you're not feeling a woman and you don't want to lead them on, as I said before, like, sometimes you just gotta just stop messaging them and stop calling them and stop texting them and just go ghost, man. Like, honestly, I'd rather somebody go ghost on me if they're not feeling me, rather than use me for my time, money, or resources, or, like I said earlier, like, just be stringing me along and all that type of stuff. Like, I'd rather somebody just ghost me and not waste my time. So, but to the point, ghosting is actually letting somebody down easy. Like, when you're ghosting somebody, you're indirectly telling that person, like, you're not feeling them. And again, man, I'd rather ghost somebody than directly tell them that I'm not feeling you. So like, ghosting is actually a good method to let somebody down easy. Like, sometimes it is better to ghost than to be direct with somebody and hurt their feelings. So ghosting is also a method to let a woman down easy. And lastly, and as you guys know, I always save the best for last, and that is to tell her that you are a man of God. And as you guys know, being a man of God, you can't partake in the same things that you used to do. So as far as women, man, you can't be out there fornicating with her. You can't be out there doing any other type of sexual immorality. You cannot be doing any of those things if she is not your wife. But when I tell a woman that I'm a man of God now, like, they'll usually start to weed themselves out. Like, let's be honest, like, a lot of these women nowadays, not all, But a lot of these women nowadays, man, like they are not trying to settle down, man. Like especially the younger ones, they're just worried about partying and turning up and drinking. Like you guys know how some of these women are. Like they just want to be outside. Or you also get the fake Christian woman who 6 days out of the week she's out there doing her thing, but then on Sunday she wants to go to church. Like every woman says that she wants a man of God, but when it's actually time to follow the law, statutes, and commandments, she is not going to do it. So again, man, a lot of these women are going to start to weed themselves out when you say you are a man of God. And true women of God, like the true women that are meant to be wives, when you tell her that you're a man of God, like she is going to want to get on your program. Like she is going to want to tie herself to you. Like she is going to want that hedge of protection that comes from you and comes from the Most High. So to the point I'm trying to make, tell a woman that you're a man of God now and see how she reacts. Like again, a lot of these women are going to weed themselves out. And a lot of these women want the carnal Christian man, like not the man actually following the law, statutes, and commandments. So again, man, let them weed themselves out, man. You don't even have to let them down. Like they'll let themselves out the door. So that is also how you can let a woman down gently. Like tell them that you're a man of God and see how they react. And now let's get into scenarios that happen after you turn a woman down. And best case scenario is you guys remain friends after the situation. Like everything is copacetic and you guys just pick up from where you left off was. No animosity, no hard feelings, and you guys just continue like nothing just happened. Next are things are a little awkward, and this is something I deal with, and this is going back to what I said earlier. Like a lot of women do not handle rejection well, and things could be a little awkward at times. Like when you see her, like if you have that bitterness, like that quietness, like things could just be awkward, man. And this is something I don't like dealing with necessarily, but this is the outcome that happens once you let a woman down. And next is they start to dislike you. And this is also something I deal with, man. Like when I reject a woman, next thing you know, she'll start slandering me. Like maybe you got a little you know what, or maybe you gay, or I can't handle you. Like I've just been called every type of thing just because I was not feeling that woman. And as a man, we just got to be stoic when this type of situation happens, man. Like you don't want to be going back and forth with a woman. You don't want to be calling a woman out of a name, calling her a B, saying her, you know what, stinks or anything like that. Like you do not want to be doing that as a man. Like just want to remain stoic as possible and just know that it's just a shaming tactic. At the end of the day, she's just mad because you rejected her. So, and lastly, and this is the worst case scenario, is that is she's going to lie and say that you try to take advantage of her. And of course, we got to go to the story of Joseph in the Bible, because as you guys know, Potiphar's wife was coming on to Joseph, and Joseph was not trying to deal with her. Joseph was a man of God, and as a result, she lied and said that Joseph tried to take advantage of her, and Joseph was thrown in jail because of this. And how often do we see this nowadays? Like how often do we see this with rappers or athletes or any type of entertainers, man, where they do not want to deal with a woman and a woman makes false accusations towards him, and the next thing you know, that man is getting thrown in jail or maybe slandered, or maybe even his career is over in general just because of that false accusation. And as you guys know, there is nothing new under the sun. So it happened to Joseph and it still happens to this day. So my fellas out there, man, you definitely want to be careful and definitely be aware of the scenarios that happen when you let a woman down. So that wraps up the video right there, man. That is how to gently let a woman down when you are on semen retention. So like, comment, subscribe, share this video out to everybody. First, get right to Most High. Ziggy on Angel Time.